Back again, YouTube. Honestly, not sure how much, if any, of this I'm going to upload, but you may notice my top has changed. I had a jersey on the way in, but I broke the zipper trying to put it back on. Combination of me being chubby and cheap Amazon jersey worked together to force me to wear a t-shirt on the ride home. Could have been worse. I could be riding without a top. Be a little uncomfortable, but I could definitely do it. Usually there are jackasses parked in the shoulder here. I guess I traded them for the jackass with the trailer back there. That was a good one. I think a combination of headwind and t-shirt and bulky backpack are gonna keep that out of PR territory, but I was moving at a good clip there. Even into that headwind, felt good. We'll see what Garmin says when I get home. I don't trust Strava anymore. They always inflate that shit. But Garmin usually gives me a pretty reliable max speed. Fencing up. Okay. Is that all just staging area? It kind of looks like it. I wonder if they're going to do anything with that afterwards. Nice little flood channel there. So definitely be mindful of that climb if it's raining hard. Might just be climbing through a waterfall. Still 10 out of 10. Verified by real patriots. Yeah, okay, and they're just putting pipe up here for some chain link fence. Thought maybe they were going to do something fancier with the metal curb there, but no. Looks like just black chain link fence. It's like same up here too, just black pipe. Awesome. I'm here for it. Yeah, unfortunately my bag got heavier too. I wasn't carrying a ton of stuff in my jersey pockets, but I was carrying some. And now I can't carry any of it. But at least I have the bag. Fuck it, we'll putz through here. To say this has been kind of superfluous since they finished that new trail. But this, probably about 50% of the time after they finished it, was the way I got to Rogue River from White Pine. Again, it was either that or ride in the shoulder on Rogue River Drive to that stoplight. And then obviously before the path, I would have to continue past the stoplight. But with this here, I could at least get to the stoplight without having to be in the road. Obviously, it's a little bit out of the way, definitely adding distance, but it was safer, which again is why I did it about 50% of the time. If I was feeling nice and strong, or if I was feeling confident that I wasn't going to encounter anyone on that little stretch of Rogue River, I just do that. If I wanted a little more time to collect myself, I took the side way. But yeah, that little side path is only a few years old as well. It hasn't been there for that long. I want to say maybe 5 years. But don't quote me on that. So for a lot of the time, it was just Rogue River. Had to take that to get to Northland. It's what you had to do. Thankfully, I don't have to do it anymore. Damn. 36.63 in a 10-mile lap. That's a fast one. I'm usually around 40 and up, depending on what I'm doing way up. Yeah, that was a good one. Ooh. Camera shook a bit loose there, YouTube. Sorry about that. Might get a weird angle for a second. Starting to flag a little bit. It is dinner time. I'm getting hungry. Had a little bit of sugar in me before I left, but it'll get me there. It'll get me there. Just maybe not at blinding speed. Just, you know, visually impaired speed, I guess. Retinal damage speed. Passing on your left. Baseball. All right, almost home. Made it through t-shirts and headwinds and overladen bags. Guess I shouldn't celebrate too early. Still a little under 5 miles from home. As you probably noticed, I have a bit of an affinity for Riverside Park here. So pretty early on, I had it dialed in that basically from the very end of the park back to my place is a little over a 5 mile ride. They say a couple years ago, like 3-4 years ago, I want to say, before I got into fixed gear, I was very fixated on miles ridden as my overall performance metric. Which kind of stopped around the 30-mile point. At least stopped being such a huge fixation. Once I got to the point where I could get on a road or a hybrid or anything relatively fast and light and ride 30 miles on it without too much trouble, I was pretty happy with that. Pretty much where I wanted to be. I'm saying at this point, I kind of soft goal is to try to get there with most of the fixed gears at least. But that's a soft goal. Not something I'm as concerned with anymore. But lately, as I say that, particularly on that track lacrosse bike, I have been going out for 20 plus miles without even really thinking about it. And this last week, I put in one 30-mile ride on that thing. So, you know, I'm getting there. I want to do it with that one in particular because one of the things I'd like to do this summer is ride the Cal Haven gravel trail, which starts in Kalamazoo and then ends in South Haven. I think, if I remember correctly, they chart it as a 37-mile trail. So what I'd like to do, potentially with some vacation time this summer, is start in Kalamazoo, ride it out to this place called the Calhaven Outpost, basically a little campground nearer to the South Haven side, and camp out there for the night. Ride out there, camp out for the night, and then ride back. To say, if I wanted to, I could probably do the whole thing back and forth in one day, but I'd have to take it pretty slow, and I'd be pretty beat at the end of it and still have an hour drive ahead of me to get home. So I think the more fun thing to do is to ride out, spend the night there, and then ride back. And either take the day I arrive or the day I leave to bike around South Haven and see what I can see. The only thing keeping me from jetting down there on any old weekend is on any of the campsites that I want to rent. On the weekends, of course, they have 2-night minimum stay, and I don't want to stay there for 2 nights. There is not enough in South Haven to keep me occupied for 2 nights. But I've got at least a week of vacation coming to me sometime this summer. So I figure I can find a day during that and go on a little bike adventure. You tell them. Bro is perched all the way at the top of the tree. Oh yeah, they supposedly finished painting the Division Avenue bike lane on the sidewalk, so we'll swing over there, check that out. Say, I haven't seen them myself, but my poor sister has had to hear me complain about how the bike lanes are half finished. So when she saw the paint, when she was on her walk with her kid, she sent me a photo, made sure I was aware. Now we're gonna make sure you're aware, YouTube. Is me referring to you as YouTube, is that the millennial version of calling people chat? Should I update? Should I be saying chat instead of referring to you as YouTube? I don't know, I think I'm a little too millennial there. A little too set in my ways. Ugh. Gross. Fucking jump scared with a Cybertruck. God damn. Yeah. See, that's much nicer. Still going to be real mindful on this. This is not Chicago. People are not used to this sort of thing. But man, once people get used to it, we'll be able to rip down Division. And it basically ends here by the looks of it. Still, that's not bad. Wish it went a little further, but I mean, how many times have you heard me say that? Pretty sure I was saying precisely that about the Madison Avenue bike lane in the last video. Can I say it's a common problem?